I'm Mike, and this is the Resonating Harmonic Drone, or more simply, just the resonator. The resonator is an instrument that, in a sense, plays itself, or you could say that you play it with sound. Often, it's used in tandem with another instrument, but it can run from any sound source, even non-musical ones. It all started about 13 years ago while experimenting with a slinky spring reverb, and I wondered if I could swap out the spring for a guitar string. While using this first prototype, it occurred to me that this is similar to how the sympathetic strings work on a sitar, and I was curious to see if I could make an amplified version of that would work with any sound. The reason it then took me so long to develop is that I had to create so many of the components from the ground up, most notably the driver here, which vibrates the strings, and the key selector here, which allows the artist to choose which strings are free to resonate and which strings are muted. Some of my prototypes along the way worked well enough that I could use them in recordings here and there, and that provided a glimpse into its potential. Then, during periods where life got in the way, it inspired me to always push on and come back with new solutions. Once I'd solved all the major design problems, it still took a few years to develop all the components for user-friendliness, aesthetics, and longevity. I believe the resonator will have a strong impact due to its wide range of applications. Thus far, it's been used by contemporary folk, ambient, and contemporary classical musicians, and interest coming from film and video game score composers, even from the sound healing community. The resonator lends itself to being a strong addition to a recording studio, allowing artists to enhance and modify their sound in subtle and dramatic ways. There's a wide spectrum of ways to use the resonator, which is broadly defined by how loud the sound coming from the resonator is and how loud the sound that drives it is in the final music. On one end, the resonator is used as an instrument in its own right, and whatever sound source is used to drive it is never heard directly. On the other end, the resonator is used more like a reverb in the recording process, where all or part of a song's mix is sent to the resonator and it can add subtle tone and colour and character into a recorded song. In between these extremes is a bit of a sweet spot, which I find the most fun, where both the resonator and the sound driving it are heard in the music. Here, the resonator acts more like an automatic accompaniment, responding to every nuance of an artist's performance on their own instrument. I'll now demonstrate the resonator with a short piece of music using just a very simple synth sound to drive it. I'll now mute that so that all you hear is the resonator and the way it responds to the sound coming from the pickups here with very little audio processing. For a final demo, I'll leave you with my friend Genevieve Fry improvising her harp with the resonator live. Thanks for watching.